Good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another uh, episodic video podcasting of my reviews here of MTV Scream TV show on MTV that airs every week on Mondays, starting at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern, going to 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern. This week, I will, unfortunately, unfortunately, I am unable to have my co-host here with me, I guess you would call here partner in crime for this podcast, Jay, the host of Talking WWE. Jay, he is currently busy celebrating in Cleveland, Ohio, his hometown, celebrating his hometown team winning the 2016 NBA championship. He so he wasn't able to watch Scream, let alone watching Monday Night Raw. He had other things to do, which is understandable. I'd be the same thing if the Milwaukee Bucks won an NBA title here or next year in 2017 or anytime in the next 6 years. I'd be in the same way where other things, except for my job, but except for my job and family, but other things, you know what I mean, um, wouldn't matter as much, and I'd be, celebrating still on cloud nine, as I'm sure he is, and all fans of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So congratulations to you all that I'm most happy for of the fandom of Cleveland that were all in since the first day they were Cleveland Cavalier fans, whether it's from birth or when they were younger, watching the first game with their parents. However, whatever, is Jay, my good friend, and like I said, host of Talking WWJ podcast I am a part of, which we'll have an episode tomorrow night talking Money in the Bank and WWE Raw. But also Jay Crawford of ESPN, his touching story, which I'm sure there's many others, not just with the Cleveland Cavalier fandom, but with any fandom. But after hearing about his story about his father, about his late father and his son, and being able to celebrate that night on Father's Day, I tweeted out to Mr. Crawford, Mr. J Crawford, and his son this morning, tweeting out that it was kind of apropos. It was destiny for their family and all families that are fans of the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was destiny for the Cleveland Cavaliers to win, specific to their situation, on Father's Day, become NBA champions. So if Jay Crawford or anybody stumbles upon this video, we wanted to give you that respectful shout out and congratulations to the Cleveland Cavaliers, to LeBron James and the whole team on winning the championship, ending the long drought of championships in Cleveland, Ohio. Trust me, it was a very long drought, and that's someone living it outside of the bubble, outside while looking in. Me as a Wisconsin fan, or my state, my area fandom, where we kind of were. I don't want. I'm trying to selfish or not selfish, but entitled, um, privileged. Maybe is the better word. Spoiled. That's what I was looking for. Spoiled. Our fan base, the Green Bay Packers, the Wisconsin sports system in general, but specifically the Green Bay Packers. With our championships and between winning the Super Bowl in 1996, Super Bowl 31, Super Bowl 49 with Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl 45 with Aaron Rodgers. That wasn't too much long of a drought. Now the Bucks have one. I'm trying to think how many years that is, but anyways, this is not talking about basketball. But I just wanted to let you guys know, Jay, the co-host of this review podcast, will not be here tonight. Not now, not at any point in this episode. He was, like I said, unable to watch the episode of Stream at all because he's still downtown, or maybe not still downtown, but downtown again, celebrating the Cavs victory. They had a parade today. I believe he was there for, or not a parade, but the return. I apologize. The return. I don't know when the actual parade is, but the return to Cleveland was like a parade in itself. When the team touched down there at the airport. But no, he will be unable to make it here tonight. So this review probably will be pretty quick since it is just me, myself, and I, unless I was here drinking some nice blackberry wine, whether a couple of glasses or a full bottle. Which no, I'm not. I don't ever get drunk. I very rarely drink. See, either socially, and that's usually just one glass. But blackberry wine is usually my go-to, and if I wanted to, sort of thing, I could drink a whole bottle. But trust me, I never do. Like I said, with my personality, it's not who I am, I guess. But anyways, uh, it'll be short, just quick synopsis of the episode, my top five killer list. Also hoping to have a fellow YouTuber, excuse me, a fellow YouTuber who I just found out actually just recently subscribed to my channel, and hopefully on her channel will give me a shout out. We'll see, because she's giving shout outs to channels in her upcoming videos. But here's mine to hers. Check her out, Julie DH, again JULIDG. Again, I apologize. That's capital JULIDG. And you can find her on YouTube. She um, does reactions and reviews for many shows, not just Scream, but but since she does talk about that show, definitely want to give her a shout out. You guys can check her out. She has over 3K. She has a little bit over 3K um, fans over there, subscribers. Um, I hope to get to that point, even though I can't really do reactions because I don't have the capability that some people do have to be able to do that, or at least do it correctly, like she does and others do. Because I only do stuff through Google Hangouts and stuff. But like I said, I wanted to give my weekly shout out to her that I actually have done in the last couple of weeks, because hopefully she'll be able to make it in an episode. And if she can't, she can't. She's a busy woman with a busy life and other things to do. Um, so, anyways, episode 4, season 2. Happy birthday to me. I think it was very interesting. The ending there, finally revealing of Jake's body. A couple scenes that happened in the episode that were from the super teaser, like when somebody, or when I forgot his name, but came upon Emma behind her in the teaser. I thought it was the killer just scaring her or something, or about to kill her, or we didn't know who that was, whose body that was in the picture in the frame there. But in the end, it was Emma, and it was just, well, not Emma, Brooke. Sorry, Brooke. Part of starting in her hallucination, and that's also where we found Audrey's like former girlfriend who was killed season 1. Jake, that was killed here at the start of season 2. All those other parts of the super teaser, and specifically the teaser at the end of last week's episode, heading into this week, showing Jake in some scenes. You're wondering what the heck's going on. Hallucinations. We see Emma, actual Emma, hallucinating about the killer and everything, because that's her biggest thing. So a lot of hallucinations. The party for Kieran. So no one is killed in this episode. They just finally discover one or the other one um, that's been killed already here in this season. So definitely, getting interesting for sure. But nothing really in this episode really made me think that anything really changed too much on my suspect board, as you can call it, or to whatever extent it wants to be called. But I still have my top five. I'll just give them out right now. Number one, Kieran. Number two, Eli. Number three, Emma's father. Number four, Brooke and Audrey. Number five, um, I have this disposition, this funny feeling, this intrigue that again it's gonna the killers will be found out to be one of the newbies, as in one of the people that are new to the episode, not of the core cast. Because last season, season 1, he thought the killer's going to be part of the core cast. That's how it was promoted. That's how it's going to be. Wasn't the case. Maria Piper wasn't debuted until a quarter way through, halfway through, at some point through this series, the first season. So here with the newbies, the new characters being introduced earlier in this now said season, maybe people at MTV streamed that for a tactical reason. The tactical reason of being, now we introduce them earlier. It's not that they're going to have less, the fans aren't going to have less suspicion. We're still going to have suspicion of some of the said characters that are new. But with introducing some of them earlier, because we don't know if others are going to be introduced as we get later and deeper into the season. You never know the bombshell of the mid-season finale of this season. The mid-season finale, it could be a new person coming out of the woodwork, a new character, a new a new puzzle piece to this whole story, I guess you could say. But we'll see. But I think with MTV having these new ones being introduced early, right off the bat in episode one, and then episode two, and as we progress here, about to be 5 episodes deep. Next after next week's episode ends at 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern, we'll be 5 episodes into it. But with having them introduced earlier, it's they're trying to make it think, and my point being, they're trying to make you think that they're all equal, that they all are suspects in general, with the Lakewood Six, with the main core cast of the show. So in that, and in your thinking and theorizing and bada boom, bada bing, whatever you do, that they're a part of it. That don't forget about them. But also, just because that they're new to the show, the characters are new to the show, don't automatically put them top on your suspect board just because of that fact either. You still gotta play the game. You still gotta do your investigation, so to speak, of who you think it could be. Now, if you do think and you have your reasoning on having Eli as number one, or having your top five all being of new characters, okay, that's fine. That's your list. You do as you wish. And I respect everybody's opinion on who they think it is, who they think it is not. Because I'm sure people might disagree with my list. Now, if I had 3K or 10K subscribers, I'd have more people sharing those thoughts and whether they agree or disagree with my list. But either way, that's the good thing about having this type of community, being able to be here on YouTube in general, being able to talk to the masses, whether it's about MTV Stream, Pro Wrestling, and WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, or NFL and talking to the Green Bay Packers and all other 31 NFL teams. We can talk as a group, give our intake, do it respectfully, hopefully, whether you disagree or agree, and lay out your reasons why you agree or disagree. It's two-way street in that way too. But that's my top five. Looking forward to the next episode as always. This episode, obviously, I was watching, but I also was multitasking because I was watching that, and I was finishing up my binge watching on Netflix of a TV show on Freeform, formerly called ABC Family, which I kind of wish they could have kept it just ABC Family, but that's their business. I'm not keen to the true reasons of doing that. But anyways, a TV show called Baby Daddy, which actually is airing new episodes each and every week. Wednesday night episodes air live at 7 p.m. 7:30, I think it is. 7:30 p.m. Central Time. But was doing a binge watching of the first 5 seasons. It just was finishing up as I was starting to watch MTV Scream. So that's the other thing I was doing. That's another thing I like to watch. So maybe I might do other episodes. If people catch on or if people care or enjoy me talking about TV shows and episodes, I might do more episodic podcasts. I might do. We want to keep this one for Scream for how many seasons it'll go. Maybe I'll do one for Big Bang Theory. It has a couple seasons to go, and I've been watching from the beginning. Baby Daddy, TV show I've gotten into. Modern Family, a TV show I love, just like Big Bang Theory. I could have done one with Castle, but now that series is over. So I don't know. You gotta find out what the people like in your channel. You gotta find out what the fan base's niche, what they're trying to tell you, what your niche should be, as much as you're finding it out for yourself. But thank you to everybody that have watched live. We'll be watching archive. Check out next week. Jay should be able to be back with us. That would be a full week and a day or so, celebrating the Cleveland championship. But then again, the championship they won their first one in over 50 years. There in Cleveland. He can he can celebrate every single day of the rest of his life if he wants to. He earned it. The Cavs earned the championship. Congratulations. And to everybody all, have a good evening. Have a good rest of your week. I'll be on Talking WWE with Jay tomorrow night, live here on YouTube, 6 p.m. Central. Then I'll be doing my own podcast, Steve's Wrestling Ramble, either tomorrow night or sometime this week. Giving my review of Money in the Bank, and I will be starting that episode off with a nice little speech about Dean Ambrose. Everybody that watches my podcast and the other podcast I'm a part of, they know I'm a big fan of his. So definitely welcome to check that out. So everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. Have fun. And as always, take care.